He is Roy Lee, a computer science student who was pushed out of Columbia University after building an app that helped people cheat in coding interviews.
Hello, my name's Roy. I founded this company called Cluely, and I just got kicked out of Columbia for building this tool called Interview Coder. It's like a cheating tool for software engineering technical interviews. I use the technology to build a much bigger company, Cluely, the desktop app that lets you cheat on everything.
That app was called Interview Coder, and it quietly fed real-time answers to candidates while they were live on Zoom with companies like Amazon and Microsoft. Roy's story sounds extreme, but he is not alone. Around the tech industry, a quiet shift is happening.
Right now, we just launched about a month ago, closing in on $5 million in annually recurring revenue. And we also just closed a $5.3 million seed round led by Abstract Ventures and Sousa Ventures.
Candidates are using AI tools to get through interviews, and hiring managers are trying to decide, is this cheating or just the new normal? Recent data shows that roughly 27% of technical candidates admit to using AI tools during interviews, and 1 in 5 hiring processes shows clear signs of AI-generated assistance. At the same time, North American companies have reported hundreds of cases of fake or proxy candidates, people who are not the real applicant but are taking the interview on their behalf. So how did AI become a hidden co-pilot for tech interviews? And what is it doing to the job market? When the pandemic hit in 2020, companies moved their hiring pipelines online. Remote interviews quickly became the standard. It was cheaper, faster, and allowed companies to talk to candidates anywhere in the world. The virtual format also created an invisible back channel, a second screen, a second person, or a second brain off camera. There were already strange cases, even before the AI boom, like candidates lip-syncing answers while someone off camera did the real thinking. But once advanced language models arrived, the game changed. Candidates could quietly paste a question into an AI assistant and get back working code, an explanation, and even follow-up optimizations in seconds. Traditionally, a hard leak code problem might take an experienced developer 45 minutes to over an hour of focused work. Reddit +1. But developers have shown that with AI assistance, they can solve multiple hard problems in under an hour.
Right now, the technology was there to sort of develop this tool that would invisibly let you use AI to cheat on these interviews. So I built the tool, I publicly recorded myself using it on the Amazon interview. I got the job and I posted this everywhere saying, look how easy it is to hack these interviews.
Often with only small edits to the generated code. The line between genuine problem solving and AI augmented problem solving became blurry almost overnight. Leak code itself is not the problem. It's a practice platform used by hundreds of thousands of programmers worldwide to train on algorithms and prepare for tech interviews. But the culture around it has turned into a grind. Months or even years of nightly practice just to pass a 1-hour screening. For many candidates, this feels less like testing real-world skills and more like cramming for a puzzle contest. Roy Lee was one of those candidates. After burning out on endless leak code sessions, he built Interview Coder in 2025. The app watched your screen, listened to the audio, and whispered suggestions back in real time so you could ace the interview while appearing completely natural on camera. Users paid hundreds of dollars per session for this invisible assistance. The software wasn't just a chatbot in another window. It was designed to be undetectable. It kept your eyes looking at the camera while you read off-screen suggestions and pasted in corrected solutions. Universities and employers saw it differently. Columbia investigated and disciplined Lee over Interview Coder. Offers from big tech firms evaporated as his tool became public, but the demand he tapped into didn't go away. After Interview Coder shut down, similar services began popping up in other regions, often marketed quietly through social media, Telegram groups, and offshore consultancies, promising AI-assisted interviews and guaranteed offers. Meanwhile, Roy moved on to a new startup called Cluely, an AI assistant that markets itself as a way to cheat on everything, not just coding interviews. Backers have poured millions into the company, and its content reaches millions of viewers across TikTok and other platforms. The message is simple. In an AI-first world, using AI to get ahead is not a crime. It's just smart. Employers are not so sure. Amazon has updated its internal rules to explicitly say that using generative AI during interviews is grounds for disqualification, unless the company clearly allows it. Recruiters are now trained to watch for telltale signs. Long pauses while eyes dart off screen, large blocks of code pasted in all at once, and answers that sound oddly polished and generic. Other companies are taking a different path. Meta has started experimenting with AI-enabled interviews, where candidates are allowed to use AI assistance during coding tasks, as long as they can explain their reasoning and walk through the solution themselves. The idea is to match the interview to the real job, where engineers are already using AI tools daily. This is where the contradiction becomes obvious. Companies say no AI in interviews, but more AI at work. At Google, leaders have publicly stated that more than 25% of all new code at the company is now generated by AI and then reviewed by engineers. Microsoft's CEO has said that AI already writes a significant share of the company's code, and Meta expects AI to handle a large portion of its development tasks within a year. In other words, the same tools that are banned during interviews are being celebrated as productivity boosters once you're hired. This tension is showing up in painful ways. Recruiters tell stories of candidates who absolutely crushed the technical screen, solving every coding challenge in record time, only to struggle with basic tools like Git once they start the job. When part of your interview performance is quietly outsourced to a model or a back-channel service, the gap shows up on day one. In response, some companies are tightening the environment. They run coding interviews in lockdown browsers with no internet, or on in-house platforms that restrict copy-paste. Others run live sharing sessions where a candidate has to talk through every step and answer questions in real time, making passive copy-paste far less effective. Security teams are also watching for more creative forms of fraud. Invisible earpieces feeding answers, smartwatches scrolling hints, glasses with tiny cameras streaming the screen to a shadow expert, and full-blown proxy interview where someone else takes the call entirely. Reports in 2024 and 2025 describe more than 200 documented incidents of technical interview fraud in North America, as well as deepfake-enhanced job scams and remote workers who were never the person originally interviewed. But this is not just a security problem, it's also an incentives problem. From the candidate's point of view, the system can feel stacked. You may spend months grinding leak code problems that look nothing like your day-to-day job. You're told to be AI savvy, yet punished if you use the very tools that senior engineers rely on to be productive. For many people, AI becomes a way to level the playing field, especially if English is not their first language or if they didn't attend a top-tier university. Roy Lee himself argues that if companies call themselves AI first, they should accept AI use in interviews too. In his view, AI is more like a calculator than a cheat sheet, a tool that unlocks potential, not a mask that hides incompetence. From the company's perspective, trust is fragile. They want people who can reason through a problem, debug a broken system at 3 a.m., and explain trade-offs, not just people who know which prompt to paste into a chatbot. They worry that if they ignore AI cheating now, they'll end up hiring people who can pass a test but cannot ship production-quality code. So where does that leave us? One direction leads to an arms race. Better detection tools, stricter rules, more cameras, and more elaborate checks to prove that you, and only you, are doing the work. Another direction rewrites the rules. Interviews that explicitly allow AI, but shift the focus to how you use it. Can you explain why the AI solution works? Can you spot its mistakes? Can you adapt it to a new requirement under time pressure? In many ways, AI is forcing the tech industry to update its definition of merit. If real-world engineering is increasingly done with AI tools at your side, then a fair interview probably shouldn't pretend those tools don't exist. Instead of asking, "Did you solve this problem alone?" companies may have to ask, "How do you solve this problem with the tools you have?" For now, AI-powered cheating in interviews is both a real risk and a signal. It shows that the old test, a single high-pressure algorithm puzzle, no longer fits how software is actually built. The people who design interviews and the people who take them are both looking for something better. The question is not just who is cheating, it's who is brave enough to redesign the interview so that using AI openly, intelligently, and honestly becomes part of the job, not a secret advantage hidden off screen. At Machine Minds, your opinion matters to us, so please feel free to like and share this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments section below.